Welcome back to Twin Spire's Triple Crown vidcasts. My name's Peter Thomas Fornatale, and I'm here this week to talk about the Rebel Stakes from Oaklawn. Two horses I want to comment on who ran in this race. The first of them is Sway Away, who, if you'll watch very carefully, you'll see before the race even starts, attempts to break through the gate and ends up smashing himself on the gate right in front of him. And this is going to pretty much be the end of the day for him. Apparently, right there, you see it. Apparently what happened is he knocks a tooth loose, and after knocking a tooth loose, he just wasn't really in the mood to run at all. Gets in a little bit more trouble, as you'll see if you follow along here, going into the first turn. Horse gets carried out into his path, and he checks a little bit. But really, I think he was just lit up from that initial incident of getting his tooth knocked out. Heard a lot of excuses for horses in my life. That's a new one, but it sure sounds legitimate. So you might want to give him a free pass on his effort here and give him one more try. But really, the story of the Rebel is the story of one horse. And that horse, if you don't know by now, you will soon, is the Factor. The Factor is a horse who I was actually a little bit against, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit, going into this race. I thought that he had a pretty easy setup last time at Santa Anita, and despite his gaudy speed figures, was one to maybe take on here. My idea certainly wasn't completely out of the blue. The betting public made him odds against. With those flashy figures, he may well have been odds on, and he certainly ran here like he should have been odds on. He just does absolutely everything right. Doesn't have a ton of pace pressure, but gosh, he's just going so easy. Jockey Martin Garcia does a terrific job. He looks pretty free and easy even though he's on the lead. He's not winging out there like he's rank. I believe it was before the previous race, Baffert told Garcia, "This horse is a freight train, you are the speed." Might as well have told him the same thing here. What's really interesting is when a horse up here does make a run at him, I think that's Caleb's Posse, he just moves away so easily. Gets hit a couple of times, but not really anywhere near the bottom of his ability. And then the gallop out is just comical. I mean, he just keeps going and going, and certainly looks like he could handle a little bit more distance than today's race, and maybe a lot. I mean, when it comes to a horse with this kind of speed, getting a mile and a quarter, especially without any sort of foundation as a 2-year-old, I'm going to be skeptical at the price he's going to be for the Derby, but I crabbed his form last time. I can't crab this. This is a serious horse and one who's going to be on everybody's top 3 for the Kentucky Derby from here on in, at least until he runs next time. That's all I got from here. Peter Thomas Fornatale for TwinSpires.com. You can check back with me during the week at my blog, www.unbearablebetting.com, and anytime come to TwinSpires.com for the best racing from coast to coast, as well as analysis and information. Till then, I hope you win all your photos.